There they are. It is a complete breakfast in a pepper. So this has got hash browns, Italian sausage, we've got some mushrooms, and we've even got an egg in the top of this. They smell wonderful. You gotta give these a try. Hey, it's time for some breakfast. So we're gonna put together something that is really unique. I really enjoy bell peppers, and I think they're just really cool. We're gonna add some other fun breakfast items to this and basically make breakfast in a pepper. So the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna cut the tops off of these peppers. So we're gonna make a nice little bowl out of these. Gonna pull all that inside out. Trying to make as much room on the inside as we can because this is going to be our container for our breakfast. That looks good. We're going to do the same thing with an orange bell pepper. So we're actually going to do these in a couple of different steps. So the first thing that we're going to do is take these bell peppers and we're going to put them on the smoker to allow them to cook down a little bit. Because if we just put our ingredients inside of here and cooked it, what we'd find out is that these are pretty hard, pretty tough, and we want them to soften up. So I've got my smoker set for 250 degrees. We're gonna put these in for about 20 minutes or so. So after those come out, we're gonna add these ingredients in there, topped with an egg, and that's gonna finish the cook. These are gonna cook in two different phases. The first one to be able to kind of get these a little bit softened and kind of pre-cook them. And then we're gonna assemble our ingredients, put it all together, put it back in the smoker again at 250 degrees to bring the rest of the ingredients here all up where we need them. I'm gonna put these in that Traeger that's outside, and then about 20 minutes later, I'll bring them back in here, we'll assemble the rest of this, put it out to finish the cook. So our Traeger grill is up to temperature. We're just gonna take these fellas, slide them right in there. Okay, these have been on for about 22 minutes. I could definitely feel that the orange one is softening a little bit more than the yellow, but you can notice that the yellow is a little bit thicker. So we're gonna go ahead, pull these off, bring them inside, and stuff them and move on to the next phase. All right, so just brought these in from outside, still a little bit nice and warm. I think we're ready to go for this second step. So we're gonna take these hash browns, which I've pre-cooked already. We've got about a cup of hash browns. We're gonna drop those in. We've got about a half a cup of spicy Italian sausage. This happens to be a chicken sausage. We're gonna combine that in also. And we've got mushrooms. This was about a half cup before cooking, and then they kind of cook down. I think that will add kind of a nice little savory note to it. And we've got a Mexican 4-cheese blend, and this is about a half cup. So we're gonna take all that and just mix it up together. Yeah, I think this is looking good. And you can play around with this a little bit. If you like more cheese, go ahead and add more cheese, or if you have a sausage, if you want to make it less spicy, you can do that. So just to let you know, this is a really small recipe that I'm doing just because I wanted to do a couple of these. I wasn't going to prepare them for a large number of people. We're just going to take those, put it inside there, and we probably want to go push it down just a little bit. And we don't want to fill it all the way. We want to leave a little bit of room because we're going to add an egg into each one. Yeah, it looks like what I've got here, it could probably do maybe 3 of these. Also depends on how big the peppers are that you're using. But I think that this is going to be good for what we're doing right here. So one thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to cut just a little bit off of the bottom. Usually those are pretty thick on the bottom, and I want to make sure that they stand completely level. This yellow one is standing up just a little bit more than I would want. And the reason I'm concerned with that is because I'm going to add an egg in, and I don't want the egg to come out over the side. That's some precision work there. Those are sitting very well. So these are gonna go back in. I'm gonna give them about 10 minutes or so for this to start to warm up, and then we're gonna add that egg in. I wanna make sure that we don't overcook the egg because I'd like to have that yolk kind of nice and runny when we cut into it. So let's go bring these back out. We're gonna put them on the Traeger again. So time to head back outside. These have been on the smoker for about 10 to 12 minutes. So now it's time to add that egg. We're gonna crack one egg in each one of these. Looks like that first one ran out just a little bit. Probably could have had a little bit bigger divot in there to put these in. And now the second one looks good too. All right, so now all that's left is just allow those eggs to cook down. We're gonna add a little slap yo mama, which is one of my favorite seasonings. I put this on eggs all the time. Put it in my coffee, I don't know. It's just great stuff. Eggs are in, we're running at 300 degrees. I did turn it up a little bit. And we're starting to cook down. So 3 things. One is, I probably should have set it at 300 degrees when I put these in for this second cook. The second thing is, I probably should have put the eggs in right away. And the third thing is, should have had a little bit more room for the eggs, or maybe not extra large eggs because they kind of flowed right out. But I think this will turn out well. Just gonna be a few more minutes. We'll pull them out, let them cool down a little bit, and then go for a tasting. All right, these are done. They're all cooked up, and I have been really anxious to give these a try. Let's go ahead and cut into one of these. That's what it looks like in the inside. Looks pretty good. I was hoping that that was going to be a little bit more of a over easy egg, but we're going to give this a try and see what we think of it. That is really good. Predominant taste on that is the bell pepper, but I do taste the sausage in there. The hash browns are good. A little bit of the egg taste to there, but not much to the egg. We'll try this one that's got a little bit more of the yolk. I think we were on just a little bit too long. Those eggs just really didn't turn out like I wanted. I wanted it to be more of a soft egg in there, just barely cooked. But as you can see, that yolk was fully cooked in there. So probably just a little bit less time. I'm gonna try this again. I've got a couple of more bell peppers. I think this is a good recipe, depending on how you like your eggs. You may even want to just poach these separately and then drop it on there at the end. Okay, here's where we're at with this. Yesterday I made this, wasn't 100% sold on it because I wanted to have my egg with just a little bit of a runny yolk, and putting them in the smoker, it turned into pretty much a fully cooked yolk. So did this again, but what I did was I fried the egg just really soft so you can see where that's barely done. So now what we've got, check that out. So that yolk has become really a sauce on this egg, and that is terrific. So we're gonna cut in here, and I think this is going to be the winner. For me, that makes all the difference. Having that nice runny yolk is absolutely important to me because that's how I like my eggs. Again, you might like them a little bit different. Hey, taste is up to you. Vary this recipe the way that you want, but I think it makes all the difference to have the yolk be the sauce on the top of this. Hey, thanks for watching. And make sure that you hit that subscribe button, hit the like, throw me some comments, share it with some friends, but make sure you cook something great in your backyard this weekend.